What's up, guys? We are Sight After Dark out of Brooklyn, New York. I'm C for Graffiti.
I'm Dan Berg.
Check out our latest music and check us out reacting to Mastodon's Capillarian Crest. My goodness. This was suggested by our patron, Grant Edward. Thank you and shout out to you, Grant. So guys, head on over to our Patreon, subscribe for as little as $1 a month, get in on our content and content decisions, and thumbs up if you like this one.
Yeah, that went hard.
And clean.
Yeah, it's funny because I knew the name Mastodon before. Because I remember, like, in high school, like the metalhead kids loved Mastodon and shit, but I never really, like, listened to them. So I knew coming into this that it was going to be metal, but it had a really interesting mix of, like sometimes it was very just, like, thrash metal, and then sometimes it was kind of like math rock.
Yes.
And then sometimes it was just straight up, like, hard rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't just one kind of metal the whole time.
And I appreciated that.
Yeah.
You know, not like I don't like, you know, things hard and heavy all the time, but like I like that, like their approach wasn't too much in all the heavy chords and stuff like that.
Right,
you know, that was cool, and it sounded like, I don't know, it sounded more like math rock. It sounded like more, for lack of a better word, it just sounded more intellectual for some reason, and I don't know why. I have no idea why.
I think subconsciously that might have to do with the time signatures too, because like you can't have a math rock song that's only 4/4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this definitely changed time signatures a few times. I wasn't able to like count them out to see what they were, but there was definitely some changes there.
Right.
And I feel like that kind of gives it a little bit of that vibe as well.
Yeah.
Versus just like straight up like 4/4 like thrash metal. It's basically just like you're playing the most fastest, most difficult riffs that you can, but it's 4/4. But this is like you're playing really fast, really complex things, but it's still the time signature changes. Also, kind of like the way they hit your ear. It's kind of like, oh, this isn't just this.
Right. Yeah. I understand that. I was gonna end your word with noise, but it's never just noise.
No,
I don't want to put it like that. It's just like this one changed signatures and just sounded approached like with in like super intellect, like, oh my god, well this is wrong, like you know what I mean? But that being said, the drummer.
I was gonna say.
Oh my gosh, the drummer. Woo! He was having a good time. Like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes drummers are so awesome because they don't have to worry about anybody else pairing with them, really, in a way. It's just a weird way to say it. Because, like, the guitarist got the bass, or you know, you'll have, like, two lead guitarists, so you'll have a rhythm guitar and this thing like that. But the drummer is, like, he's got his own, like, section, you know?
Well, the drums and the bass are supposed to go together, but I feel like the way that it works is that usually the bass player goes off what the drummer is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it goes back to that old adage that, like, really is true. It's like any band is only as good as their drummer.
Yeah.
And, like, the drummer is the foundation.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have a good drummer, you can't pull this off and make it sound good.
Yeah.
So the drummer is, like, the very first... Like, and even when you're, like, recording in the studio most of the time, they do the drums first.
Yeah.
Because they build it up from the bottom.
Yeah.
So I feel like the drummer, he's just like, it starts with me.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean?
And boy, did it ever! Like, I mean, he was having and he sounded like really neat too. Even though it sounded like it was wild and crazy, it was like so thought out and so like cerebral. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I feel like this drummer might have had like a bit of a jazz background.
Yeah, I can hear that. I
know?
can hear some Art Blakey. Can you?
Well, especially again with the time signatures.
Yeah,
because
like,
a lot
very
of
Art Blakey.
Yeah, it's like that's really hard to pull off. So be able to be like counting that in your head and doing all this crazy shit, it really. I'm so glad you said that because I was gonna give the drummer something for sure.
Oh my gosh!
Like I imagine like while I was hearing this, I imagine like I don't know what the drummer looks like, but I saw it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. Definitely.
Yeah. So shout out to the drummer. Tell us about the people that make up this band. I do have to say I feel like the vocals were mixed kind of low.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to. I feel like they were probably going for that. It's like the vocals just became like another instrument as opposed to like this is like focus on this.
Yeah.
It just kind of sunk into all of it. You know what I mean? So that's probably like a choice that they consciously made.
The drummer mixed this one. No, just kidding.
Why don't we put everybody else down and just put me all the way up? What's the problem? Yeah, so hell yeah. So
shout out to Grant for suggesting this one.
Yeah, shout out to Grant. This was great. Shout out to everybody on Patreon. You're helping to make all these videos possible. We couldn't do it without you. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. We're Side After Dark, and we'll see you soon.